Hello and welcome to today's reading. Today we are reading the Iliad of Homer, translated by Richmond Lattimore, and introduction and notes by Richard Martin. And as always, all of the books or decks that are used in my readings are linked in the description box. So if you want to check out any of the materials we use today, you can go down there and see that. And we are on page 77, so let me pause right there. 77 may be an important number for you. You may have been seeing it a lot recently, or you may begin to see it a lot in the near future. July 7th might also be an important date for you, or the year 1977. Then in answer again spoke Achilles of the swift feet. Speak, interpreting whatever you know, and fear nothing. In the name of Apollo, beloved of Zeus, to whom you, Calchas, make your prayers when you interpret the gods' will to the Danaans. No man, so long as I am alive, above earth and see daylight, shall lay the weight of his hand on you beside the hollow ships. Not one of the Danaans, even if you mean Agamemnon, who now claims to be far the greatest of all Achaeans. So this is for a little context about a seer who has been brutalized by a group of people who he is specifically reading the energy for, life path potentials. And Achilles is here saying to this reader, that the prophet, that he should continue doing the work that he's doing because he has been chosen divinely to do this. He's been appointed by the gods to do this. And in order to soothe the reader's anxieties, he's promising that he will receive divine protection, that no one will be able to hurt him, at least not in response to his work. What I'm getting for this is that you may have recently discovered a gift of yours, or you may be working towards or wanting to work towards enhancing and perfecting a gift that you may have. This could be art, it could be literally doing readings like I'm doing right now. It could be any number of things, depending on the person. Everyone comes in with their own perspective and their own medicine, if you will, to share with the world. And you have discovered this, or you are embarking on this journey, but you may have fear of rejection from your current circles. Maybe you're afraid that your family will retaliate against you. Maybe you grew up in a community that was against what you're doing. Or maybe you are simply afraid of the opinions and how you'll be received by others. You may be afraid of accumulating haters. Whatever this is for you, it feels like a really intense fear that you have. And it's probably the biggest blockage you're facing right now for following this dream of yours. And this is a pretty straightforward message. You are being told that you have been chosen to do this, and you chose to do this. And your spiritual team, and specifically archangels, are coming through. If you work with angels or deities, they are also coming through right now. And some other figures that I don't really know how to put a name to. I'm seeing them standing around you like a crowd. There's gotta be like 40 of them, maybe 50. And they're completely encasing you and protecting you. They're your bodyguards, and it's like a 6-layer deep ring around you, protecting you from these things that you're afraid of, so that you can fulfill this dream of yours, this destiny of yours. This is something that is very much a life purpose type of thing, and it's typical for those of us who have very intense and focused life purposes to be strongly turned away from them as children or in our first years of being human. Right away, it is seemingly pounded out of us, or that desire to do that thing is just absolutely shamed out of us, out of our psyche. And in order to cope, we will suppress it so that we can fit into the family or the social circle or the community that we are born into. I'm saying this because I want you to realize that this isn't a unusual experience, and I'm getting that you may be questioning whether this is something you really should be doing, or if it's some sort of convoluted desire of yours that you've created out of desperation or something like that. And I can feel the desperation, but the desperation isn't really coming from this desire itself. It's coming from the lack of it. It's coming from it being pushed away from you constantly. It's coming from it being taken from you, and you're desperate to reclaim it. And now it's here and it's bubbling at the surface, and you're afraid that the same thing that happened when you were attempting to express it as a child will happen again. This is a common experience for those of us who have that intense sort of life focus. And so it's okay that you're feeling this way. I don't want you to be upset with yourself for feeling this way, and I don't want you to question this desire of yours. A lot of us believe that if something is meant for us, it'll just feel good. But in reality, that feel-goodness is messed up when we are children, because in order to feel good, we have to be in a safe zone. And we are taught by the people around us what their safe zones are for us to be in. So very often as we get older and grow away from them and move on to our own social circles, our own lives, and so on, we are still operating under their specifications for safe. And because of that, our true desires, our intrinsic needs and wants are not safe, because we were taught that to want and need those things and to embody those things were not at all safe for us based on the people around us. So if we didn't have that interference right at the beginning, then yes, following our true north would feel very good and easy and comfortable. But because we've had this contrast experience, we have been taught that the very things that we desire truly, our true north, are also the things that will get us killed, essentially. And therefore, when we begin to pursue them, at first, we feel incredibly unsafe. Now, you may still be around the type of person or the same exact people who instilled these fears into you. And the reason these guys are coming in for you right now is because they want you to know that they are here for you regardless of where you are, and it's time to work on this. It's time to start pursuing it. I'm getting the image of a person going into labor. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of a war zone or not. The baby is coming. And that's kind of the energy that they are projecting to me. And regardless of the people that are around you right now, this is more of an unusual thing, that it is something that's happening without your ability to control your environment. But regardless of the people around you right now, this is happening. This could be some sort of spiritual development that you are undergoing, and it doesn't matter if where you are, what's happening, it's happening right now, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. And that might be a very scary thing for you, because you can't control this and you can't control your environment. So of course you'd feel scared. But these guides are coming in to assure you that they are here with you and they are going to protect you. It may not be comfortable, it might not be pretty, but no one will actually be able to take this from you this time, and no one will be able to harm you. And once you get through this initiation point, you will be much more easily able to make decisions based on this thing that you are essentially birthing. Because until you do actually experience this thing, you won't know what things you need to support that journey. So it is a little bit backwards to what you might have expected But in this situation for you, the awakening happens within the environment that you're currently in, and then you move out of it. Now that you have the knowledge of what you need to facilitate the nurturing of this new skill. I hope this resonated. I hope you liked this reading. Like this video if you did, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell and select all notifications so that you actually get notified when I upload a new reading. But until next time.